Hey movie fans, if you're craving mind-blowing sci-fi, Prime Video's got you covered. Today, we're counting down 5 must-watch sci-fi series you can binge right now. No time wasted, just pure cosmic thrills. Stick around, hit that subscribe button, and let me know your favorite in the comments. Let's jump right in. First on deck, we have Fallout. Inspired by the cult video game that blew up fan brains since the early 2000s, this show throws you 200 years after a massive nuclear blowout called the Great War of 2077. Our hero? Lucy, a tough cookie who ditches her cozy underground vault hiding spot to roam a radioactive wasteland that's basically The Walking Dead meets retrofuturism. She's on a mission to rescue her kidnapped dad, which gives the story that classic family drama meets mutant apocalypse vibe. You'll find everything here: weird mutants, axe-wielding raiders, and that iconic Brotherhood of Steel flexing their power, all wrapped up in a grim but oddly stylish 1950s sci-fi vibe. It's deep, gritty, and packed with intense power struggles throughout. But heads up, sometimes the pacing gets a bit like watching paint dry on a mutant's hide, and the lore-heavy world-building might overwhelm if you're not a die-hard fan of the games. Still, if you dig your dystopias dark and layered, this one's totally binge-worthy. Next up, we've got Halo. Yeah, that legendary game that basically shaped sci-fi shooters forever, now turned into a streaming saga on Prime Video. Set way out in the 26th century, humanity's rocking some serious space military vibes with the United Nations Space Command, duking it out against an alien enemy race called the Covenant. Master Chief John, the genetically superpowered, helmet-wearing badass you all know and love, starts to hit some deep existential questions about why he's fighting and who's really pulling the strings. Pablo Schreiber nails the role, bringing some serious gravitas under that shiny helmet. Visually, Halo is like eye candy for sci-fi fans. Those battle scenes and armor details could make any cosplayer jealous. But here's the deal. The writing's a bit all over the place, and while the action hits hard, the story sometimes feels like it's trying to juggle too much. Fans were split, and sadly, Paramount Plus pulled the plug after Season 2. But still, if you love big space battles with a side of philosophical soldier angst, Halo might just be your jam. Coming in at number 3, we've got Man in the High Castle, one of the wildest what-if stories you'll find on TV. Imagine this, 1960s America, but totally rewritten because the Axis powers actually won World War II. Yeah, the East Coast is basically Nazi central, and the West Coast is under Japanese rule. Talk about a dystopian alternate history that makes the Man in the High Castle sound like a conspiracy theory rabbit hole. What really hooks you are these mysterious film reels showing a different version of history, like a sci-fi multiverse plot twist. It's basically Stranger Things meets The Americans, but with Nazi uniforms and samurai swords. No flashy spaceships or robots here, just pure, intense political drama and some seriously chilling what could have been vibes. The story leans harder into sci-fi in the later seasons, but it never loses its grip, thanks to tight world building and some standout performances. That said, some fans thought the pacing dragged occasionally, and the story could get a bit heavy with all its political layers, which might not be everyone's cup of tea. Still, if you love a brainy, creepy alternate history thriller, this one's a must-watch. From, a sci-fi horror series that's basically for those who are into super creepy vibes and existential dread. The story takes place in a town you can never leave. No matter how hard you try, it's like a twisted Groundhog Day where you always end up right back at square one. Sounds like a vacation from hell, right? But wait, it gets worse. When the sun sets, terrifying creatures come out and attacks whoever they make contact with. The show hooks you fast with genuine characters and a mystery that unravels just enough to keep you glued to your screen. Fans swear it's binge-worthy because you just gotta know what's going on. But here's the catch. By Season 3, the show has stacks of unanswered questions that'll have you scratching your head harder than a conspiracy theorist. Some folks worry the ending might leave us hanging or feel more confusing than satisfying. But if you're down for a mind-bending horror puzzle with killer atmosphere, From is like catnip for the curious and the brave. And lastly, let's blast off with The Expanse, the space soap opera you didn't know you needed. Imagine a future where humans are no longer earthbound, but spread across the solar system. And guess what? They still manage to bring all their drama, politics, and backstabbing with them. Starting as a seemingly simple missing person case, the story quickly ramps up into an all-out interplanetary showdown between Earth, Mars, and the scrappy Outer Planet Alliance. The wild card is the protomolecule, basically alien goo with universe-changing powers, because what's sci-fi without a little mysterious alien slime? The early seasons are gold, mixing hard science with political intrigue and a dash of noir that makes you feel like you're right there in the creaky spaceship corridors. The show's dedication to realistic space physics and killer character arcs is next level, making the future feel as believable as your last awkward Zoom call. Later seasons can get a bit uneven, like when your favorite band tries a new style and it doesn't quite stick. Pacing slows and tone shifts, but overall, The Expanse is one of the boldest and most detailed space dramas out there. And with that, brings us to the end of this list. Be sure to leave a like to this video if you found it entertaining and helpful, and subscribe to SynHive so you won't miss out on steady movies and TV series recommendations from us. See you on the next one.